take roll call.
I was just saying.
I don't want to be in
Yes. Jeremy?
Yes.
You let the dog
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And he is, let's see.
I don't know what you're gonna do.
Okay, do we have Marlon here any place?
No, he's not. So he was gonna be here early, so
Okay, if you ran into trouble.
he was just gonna answer any questions you had, so.
Yeah, he was, so. Well, wait just a little bit here. We will be asking for the same tax rate as last year, which is all we can ask for. You can, if you so desire, you can ask for 1% board approved increase too. I finally want to wait for Marlon to answer questions about this too. You have a cell phone number for him? Hmm?
Thank you.
500. Yes, excuse me. Let me go. There we go. Here's Marlon. Yeah. We've already opened, I'll give you a chance to take a breath of air here, but we haven't opened the hearing part of it, so, if there's any questions,
somewhere.
we'll fund you chair.
No, I don't want honest.
No, go ahead. I'll find another one.
Okay.
We'll go roll a comfortable one now.
I don't have a speech, I'm here to
Okay,
address
well-
your questions or concerns.
Pardon?
I'm here to address your questions or
Yeah,
concerns.
well, that's, Ward, do you have any questions of Marlon or anything?
I can think of a question.
Yes.
I have a short memory, and I don't know how many of you I've sat before you and explained the budget.
Yes.
Names maybe are important, maybe not, I'll forget them in a day or a week. But budgets are important, and if you don't know how they work, you know how to spend some time giving you an overview.
Tammy, you're kind of, Marlon can explain some things to help you? Okay, I would too, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's more.
Do you have a handout? I'm searching for mine, it's best down here. It'll be 1, 2, 3 pages long, look something like this.
They should have them.
Oh, yeah.
Your papers.
Okay, should we look at them? While you're finding those, let me explain the budget. It's a lot like a tax return. You start in the middle and you go a couple different directions and eventually you get it done. And only the person who prepares it and the person who's going to check it makes some sense out of it. That sounds like a challenge then for some boards. So the 3 pages that you have is something that I designed, and you're in your right hand? Okay, all right. And so let me just take a couple minutes to explain this. This is something that I designed, so if it's good, great. If it's not, I'm also the one who did a bad job. The numbers in the left-hand column are so I can get you and I on the same line. So line 6 says taxes. That's under the general fund. And see, there's also taxes on line 26 under the street fund. And we go down line 39 and line 50. So I could talk about taxes and unintentionally be ambiguous. So that's the purpose of those numbers. The words just help you understand where are the names with the dollars. You probably don't see this much information from Donna's books. It's there in Donna's books, and all you have to do is ask, and it's there. I look at them normally twice a year, once at budget, once again at the end of the year when we send in the state reports. Then we have several columns of numbers. Looking at the top actual 9/30 of '09, that's what happened back in '09. The next column, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then the budget we adopted a year ago. Then I copied out of Donna's books at June 30th. And the state requires in the budget for me to guess the rest of the year. I'm not psychic. I'm going to be in the ballpark. But it's like the weatherman. I could be a fair amount off and there's no consequence. Then the next column is the proposed budget for tonight. So if you want to look at the numbers and give it a reasonableness check, you've got things to compare. How much money we took, say highway allocation line 27. In '09 we took in 21,000, in 10 it was only 20, in 11, 21. That's gas tax money. 22,000, 22,000, 25,000, 25. I'm projecting 26. It looks reasonable to me. And the state tells me the number to put there on that specific line too. But we can look, these have funds, just like you have in your treasurer's report, general fund, street fund. I should tell you line 5, it's general clear through 23, and then 25 through 36 is street, and 38 through 47 is fire, 49 to 58 is park, 60 to 69 is library, and 71 to 79 is sewer. You have more funds than some villages, so we turn the page, and we have a lagoon that's happening, line 60, 84 through 88, that's a grant project, and water is 90 to 101. Now, while we're on line 101, that's the total receipts. So the first column is 106,009, 114, 150, 309. How could it get so big? Well, go look up at the lagoon. 169 of it was a project. And the project wasn't over because the next year it's 485 and the next year 491. And we budgeted $1,151,000 this year. So far you spent or received 820. I'm guessing $1,096,000, but I'll be wrong. And next year I've budgeted $1,154,000. Probably not going to happen. Then we can go on down and look at the rest of the page. Now we're going to look at expenses. General fund, 109 to 127. Street, 129 to 141. Fire, 143 to 149. Park, 151 to 159. Lagoon, 161 to 166. Turn the page. Libraries totaled on 180. Sewers totaled on 192. Water's totaled on 208. 210 is the whole village. So back in '09 we spent 101, 109, 147, 274, 444, 458. Last year, this time we budgeted $1,440,000. We've already spent $751 this year, and I'm guessing it's going to be $998, but I'll be wrong. I'm budgeting next year $1,538,270. That's 15 times what we did in '09. But it depends on projects. Now, is the forecast, do I really think you're going to get to spend $1.5 million? No. I don't think you got the projects coming. But there are two things that you need to know about budgets. One, it's illegal to write an overdraft check. There are consequences. One of the consequences is you reach in your wallet and pay it back. Another consequence is you might go to jail. Most people don't like those consequences, so they're careful. And it's not any one particular, it can be any one of us, including Donna. and she doesn't like those consequences either. If this budget comes true, on line 212 is your beginning balances, so back in '09 it was 162,000, we go all the way across to line 215, I'm predicting zero at the end of next year. Do I expect you to go to zero? Do I want you to go to zero? No. But we can't spend more than what we budgeted. I don't know which town's gonna be lucky. I don't know which town's gonna have a fire, which town's gonna have a tornado, which town's gonna get a grant. But if we don't budget enough, one of two things is gonna happen. You're gonna have to switch spending money, or you're gonna have to do the budget over. I'm okay with doing the budget over. I charge to do budgets, I charge to do budgets over. But the newspaper charges to publish it too. So I have figured out in doing this that why not budget too much? There's no consequence. In reality, this budget says you can legally spend $1,538,000 if you can find the money. And understand you'd be flat broke when it's done. But if you only spend $1 million, you'd still have $500,000 in the bank. Well, I don't think Alex is gonna have $1 million this year either. What you really have is you have tax money, you have highway allocation, and you can legally only spend it basically on the streets. You're gonna get water money, you're gonna get sewer money, and you can only legally spend that on water and sewer. And you don't get much other money unless you're getting a grant. So I think your income's gonna be a whole lot less. Now, you still may have $1.5 million things you wanna spend money on. But reality is, a budget is about priorities. At this point, you as the board, working for the taxpayers, the residents, the ratepayers, determine the priorities. And your priority is not to exceed the budget or to do an overdraft. Now, I could have saved a lot of typing instead of budgeting $1,500,000 like I did. I could have put it on one line, accountant's fees, $1,500,000. Somebody would object. It's a waste of time. There's no consequence to going over budget in one line. It's only the total line, the $1,500,000. Now, if you do object, and I had done that, and you change the budget, then we have to republish the pages in the newspaper and go through that process. So it is economical to not change the budget, and it's economical not to juggle the dollars, as long as you're satisfied with the total. And you're prudent people functioning with priorities. That is 92 years of experience in about 5 minutes. The rest are details. Donna knows my email address, she knows my phone number, she knows my cell number. So if I talk too fast and you're bashful and want to ask questions, you can catch me later. I won't have your file with me when you call me at home, but but I'm okay with that. So at this point, I'm totally open to questions from anybody. Or did I do it perfectly in that short of time?
I think you need to explain this 1% increase in restricted funds. That's the first thing on there. Yeah.
Okay. There are lid limits, and there are 2 lid limits that we need to be concerned about in budgets. You can only, under normal circumstances, levy 45 cents. And there are exceptions when you have interlocal agreements. And half of my budget communities are struggling because there isn't a lot of new houses, there's not a lot of new businesses coming to the community. And so in reality, as our property ages, it goes down in so we have to watch. And right now, the second lid is the state will allow us an automatic increase of 2.5%. politicians say we aren't having inflation, but it costs me more for groceries, it costs me more for utilities, it costs me more for health care. It seems like everywhere I spend money, I'm experiencing inflation more in the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%. And just if we could recalculate this without the grant projects, then we're closer to your reality. But without any grant projects, you're so much more likely to be in the $150,000, $250,000 range this year. Well, the state will allow us, if at least 4 people vote yes to raise the lid 1%, we increase the budget authority. We're okay with budget authority now, but my crystal ball has been lost for a long time. I don't know what your needs are going to be 2 years, 5 years down the road. So I encourage you to vote tonight 1% increase in the lid authority. It's not going to change this budget. It's only a little insurance against inflation for the future. Does that make sense? It's complicated. Trust me, do it. Every budget we do, we have it, and the trap is that if you only have 3 board members here, we're in trouble, because when the budget's wrong, we gotta do it over.
We publish it, there we go.
Yeah. So it's important we have 4 people vote yes tonight for that. Other questions or concerns from any of us?
Board, any questions about what Marlon was explaining? Anybody else that to understand what Marlon is saying? Well, if not, then I would propose that we would hear a motion to approve the budget at the same tax rate as last year. Yes.
1%. The 1%.
Can we include that with this
No,
vote?
do 2 separate.
Pardon?
2 separate.
Yes, I thought. Yeah.
Do the 1% first.
Do we have to do the
I
one
think
first?
Mark, or
She has it.
Yeah, so I have to do the
follow the
one.
agenda in that order.
Oh, sorry, okay, here it is, yeah. Okay, board, we'll go ahead and I would ask you for a motion to approve the 1% increase.
I'll move to accept the 1% increase.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve the 1% increase. Tammy,
Yes.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
yes. And that 1% increase approved with 4 yes votes and 1 board member absent this evening. Now, let me look more over. Okay, then we need to move on.
Now we can vote on the
Yeah,
budget.
so we
Then
can
number
vote
2.
on the proposed budget that Marla has
I
prepared
I
for
have
us.
a question number real quick.
Okay, sure.
On line 116, legal and professional fees, I'd like to discuss that one.
Okay. That's my
this year-
favorite one.
This year we are actual at 3870, estimated at 5160, and proposed at 4,000.
Yeah, I think that when you get over these projects, you'll have less attorney's fees and professional fees. So it's a guess, but I think reality is when you go back and look, the worst year has been under 4,000, and I may be projecting wrong in how much that's going to happen at this meeting, because this is the last meeting of the month. But my numbers, my real numbers, are only June, so I don't know what you paid in July and tonight. But 4,000 is going to be reasonable, and if there'll be other lines, every line's going to be wrong, so it doesn't matter if this one's wrong. But that's my best guess, is that your professional fees are going to go down.
Would beg to differ.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
You guys asked me to be here. If you don't want me here, I'll go.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying with,
Bye.
we have a lawsuit, right?
No,
That,
No, not.
a lawsuit's been filed, but it hasn't been served, so it's kind of a non-starter at this point.
We have,
and it'll happen. or
We have
won't
insurance,
happen.
we have insurance to cover that.
Insurance.
That won't be me defending it. I've already spoken to the firm that'll handle that.
Okay.
So
So that won't come out of that fund?
well, no, that's
Okay.
covered by the insurance.
insurance
That's-
company.
And I don't think there's even a deductible on that.
Mhm.
So yeah,
No,
no, that
there
would,
isn't.
the lawsuit won't come out of that.
Okay.
So did you
Yeah, that-
answer what you, okay,
Yeah.
I just understand what you were saying, yeah.
That's where you get the big buses, ask the good
Yeah,
questions.
well, you gotta ask, no.
And you can ask
For a
again
big
tomorrow, the
bus,
next day, next month, when there's something that you're curious about, I'm available.
He's open to communication with him, he said.
And I won't send you a big
But if
bill.
we adopt tonight, we would have to come back and rewrite
If we change it,
if we change.
yeah.
Like-
And do you have any hopes of spending more than $1.5 million? Because if you don't, then everything's safe.
So these are movable funds?
It doesn't matter if you go over or under the totals.
Under the-
As long as you don't take all the water money and spend it on something non-water, you can't take the sewer money and just do
Vice
anything
versa,
with
so the
it.
general
And the
funds,
street,
the general funds, the park funds, the street funds, those are all interchangeable funds.
yes.
Okay.
They really share the general funds. In other words, they don't really have a source of income. So basically, the general fund is generous to those funds to the extent they can afford it. And Donna keeps track of that all the time. You just want to watch the treasurer's report that the fund balance is not zero and that the total receipts, or excuse me, disbursements doesn't exceed the budget.
I guess, any other questions? Now's the time, or do you, if Marlon said he's open to something down the road, if you need to complain, that's why I'll ask that we go ahead and make a motion to approve the budget that was proposed to us.
As published.
As
The
published.
way
It was
Donna
published,
might put it in the
yeah.
paper.
It was as
And then-
published in the legal paper.
I'll move we approve the budget as published.
And I'll second the motion.
Okay, Connie,
Yes.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
yes, and Angie absent. Okay, well, the budget has been approved as published, and so at this time, I would ask that motions that we can go ahead and close the budget.
I'll move we close the budget hearing.
And I'll second.
Okay, Tammy,
Yes.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
yes, Angie absent. Okay, I wrote on that paper for her, hope I didn't burn anything.
No, that's okay.
Okay, all right, thank you. Well, at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and call the, can you see the clock, Donna? The monthly meeting to order, and I want to say, if you're leaving now, Marlon, I'd like to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm hoping Donna has a book I want to borrow.
Oh, okay. Call to order, I will take the roll call. Tammy,
Yes.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
and yes, I am here. And so, let's go ahead and move down. Alexandria Fire Department, Greg, would you have any communication you'd like to present to us, or?
Yes, I'm here tonight as president of the Fire Department, and I would like to ask you to reinstall Alyssa to the fire department. She's completed her probationary period and came to all our meetings and drills. We've had more fires this spring than ever, and she helped us out a lot, and she's a good member. I'd like to keep her as a member. So I think we need to reevaluate our members from outside of the community. I think if you look down the road, it's going to be hard to come up with new members.
I need
This is the
to,
one.
Trevor's going to be getting into an EMT class, is that
Mhm.
correct, with approval tonight, unless, so he will be becoming an EMT, which is great.
Yep.
If you guys are hiding back here, come on up to the board can see you guys here.
Brent,
Is Trevor come?
No.
He didn't come, okay.
Brent's also a vice president of the Thayer County Mutual Aid Association, so he's very active in the fire department.
Okay.
He's a good member also.
So who do we have?
I'm Brent Wolf. My parents live 8 miles outside town. I live in Strang.
Emily Reitz, and I live in Fern.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
We'll be married next April.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
So did we have any calls that with the winter or just the training?
Well, I think it was suggested. You said that she has been training, been coming to drills and responded to fires.
She has responded with me. She's been with me in her vehicle, but therefore not in department, unable to do much of anything. She sat in my pickup for
I
a majority of the time.
I understand that you folks, the fire we had out east of town here, that when you got your cage, that you moved this money.
Flames Hunter
Plain
Center.
center, they did both.
No, they didn't. That's a contractual arrangement.
If I remember, you're getting pretty.
I think we're
you're doing
close to
really good.
23 maybe.
Okay,
I know there's one more that's probably gonna retire.
okay.
I think we've done real lucky to get the new ones that we have.
Mhm.
This past-
Young fire
This
department.
past year and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
Alyssa, what's your last name?
Reitz, R-E-E-T-Z.
Oh, there it is, right there.
She likes, she likes
I'm trying to
writing.
rewrite your name over for you.
You started with the name, not the name. I'll make a motion to approve Alyssa Reitz to the fire, volunteer fire department.
I'll second that.
Okay, Tammy,
Yes.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Angie Axel. Okay,
No.
no, we haven't, I didn't have his name, so we need to, definitely we got to, because there's an EMT class starting in Fairbanks, my understanding. And he's, yeah,
Anything?
no,
Use your name.
yeah, they-
I'll move to approve Trevor Bruno to the fire department and the EMT once he gets it.
Okay, motion's been made second. Tammy,
Yes.
Jeremy,
Yes.
Voted for Angie Harrison.
Yes, so Trevor is approved for fire department and EMT
She's
training.
here on this last month's meeting.
Okay, that take care of, you guys are certainly welcome to stay here. We don't have don't table law enforcement, we do not have a contract at this time, so we'll just have to wait. You have a copy of Reynolds Oil here. Looks like lock-in price is 98 cents. Their contracts, I always look at these because they're a little different than their contracts. You can 100% prepay 94 cents. There's a price protection. Donna, how many gallons did we lock in last year?
I don't know what we locked
Was it
in, but we
3?
used around 2,700.
I was thinking about 3 guys, wasn't it?
Well, we didn't lock it in. It must have been 2, because we had to pay more for.
Okay, we must just locked in 2. I don't know. Of something bit of interest with the church, Lena's mother works at Stanton, and like with the church's contract, she, just from what she was saying in her office and working for Stanton, she said it was looking like a good year for her that we would be to lock in. I don't know how they judge that or they don't judge it. And that wasn't the company that our church uses, even Stanton, so.
What is it? Well, it'll be base rate after so many gallons used. And what is it now? Anybody know?
It's 94, 95, I believe. I don't know, I haven't
I
checked.
don't know.
On a lock at 94, if you pay, you prepay all. It looks like we have to lock it in at 90. Well, we prepay 100% of it, 94, yeah. And we could get it in 94, it's 98 cents, and you would pay 20 cents down. Is that correct if we knock the 98? The way I'm reading this, so. It's not, here, show that to her. It'd be easier than me trying to read that. It's 98 cents, and we would pay them 20 cents down tonight, however many gallons you lock down. And then we pay for it as they deliver it, Tammy. Or you can,
Or you pay for it all if you,
it's a gamble.
which is what we did last year, right? We prepaid a certain amount.
2,000 gallons up
Yeah.
front.
We did, and we used 27 last year.
You don't have propane.
But last, I think, we probably were, propane was reasonable last year, and they locked in high. All of them did. So it's a gamble. You know, we did not lock in at all. It's,
I got my electric bill.
But we used 27 last year,
Correct.
so we're sure probably gonna use 25 this year.
that was the same thing.
We would be better to lock in 25 instead.
But do remember if it, I don't see it going down less than 94 or 95 or 98, but you never know. But the lock-in was higher last year. I'm thinking around probably about $1.50, $1.49 last year, wasn't
I
it?
think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But propane stayed lower, so it was a losing year for everybody that locked in. Not just us, everybody. But if it goes up to $1.50 and you pay 98 cents, you know, you're 50 cent, pay 98, you're on 50-cent gain every tank.
I'm all for locking in the 2,500
I
gallons.
say lock in 25.
I think that
Sure.
sounds pretty reasonable to me to do that.
Not 3.
Okay.
If it was
Right.
147 last year.
Yeah, I think it was.
Is
So,
that
But either
something,
way-
don't need to
is that
make up.
something do we have to vote on that tonight?
Yes, yes, we need to this evening.
Yeah, the prepaid, the 94 cents.
Yeah, if we're gonna do it, it's just
Is there, is
prepay
it,
it.
you have not, I don't have access to last year's, what it was 147.
I'm pretty sure.
It was, I guarantee you, yes. Yeah, they were all about the same.
So it was 147 last year, or 98, 94 this year.
94, if we prepay everything, it's 94. And that's what you do.
2,700 if it's to be quarter year.
So if we're
The
predicting-
colder year, price fluctuates higher, you know.
Yeah.
No, we don't know.
It's a crapshoot.
I don't see it going lower than 94 cents.
That would be a real big change in a lot of years. So, is that
I'm good either way.
I'd
Okay,
say
go
3,
for it.
lock in 3.
free? Okay, then if we'll need a motion, if that's guys what you guys are kind of thinking of doing.
Okay, I'll make a motion to lock in Reynolds Oil for 3,000 gallons at 94-cent prepaid.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to lock in 3,000 gallons of propane with Reynolds Oil with ice prepaying at 94 cents a gallon. Tammy?
Yes.
Jeremy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Yes, and one absent. Okay. We'll fill your deal out here. Where about that? Okay, your claims, treasury reports, and minutes. I see a chance to look these over.
It's better.
Yeah, kind of, like, look at everything too, a little bit. Oh, yeah, she must be doing something. Just kind of pulled back from on it, so.
That one?
Okay, I just, yeah, I want to see the, just want to see the different things.
How about I'll do that?
Yeah, that would be great.
These are the one behind her house that I told you about, that you got pictures of.
Yeah.
Jerry not getting his tires in the back where they tried to slash both.
That's here and
Yeah, she's got more.
Do you guys, you guys know you can have like in your cameras?
There would be no air down in that.
Everything we've asked for. It's done.
We might need to go around.
I will hook you up with an app.
Don't. Yeah, right.
I'm not back that close yet, I'm not used to that. I'm used to bastards, but mine is here, my bag. Pat. Anyway,
Nothing.
Right. I'll move to accept claims treasurer's report in minutes.
I'll second that motion.
Carded. And, it's motion.
Okay, motion's been made, second to accept the claims treasurer's report in minutes. Tammy?
Yes.
Jeremy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
And yes. And one absent. Okay, that's been done, and Ellen had a water problem, looking to buy us, so we're having reports on water and sewer. And then we're down to you.
I don't really have much to report. Like we talked about earlier, Laughing House has filed a complaint against the village for a writ of mandamus, which is essentially asking a judge to tell us to do something. They haven't served it, so it's kind of so far like it didn't happen. They also filed a lawsuit against Thayer County, the county attorney, and the Thayer County sheriff. If you guys want to talk about the merits of the case, we can go into executive session, but at this point I think it'd be a waste of time. And half of this one's handwritten and they don't have the county right, so that gives you any indication of how concerned I am. We have insurance to cover it. I've already talked to the insurance company and the attorney who will be handling it, so it won't cost the village anything. I would say wait and see if they get it served. And then if that happens, then we've got 30 days to respond, but it won't take us that long, so I won't lose a lot of sleep over it. But beyond that, I talked to the sheriff, and he's going to have a plan prepared next month on that contract. But
Does that, the commissioners, after he prepares this, does the commissioners have to approve?
all they really have to do is accept the money.
Accept it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So you have to offer it first.
Okay.
So he'll just come and
then
make a
after we offer
proposal.
it, then it goes to, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, not much going on this month. So
Okay.
if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. But pretty quiet.
Okay. Well, there's anything other things on the agenda, so at this time I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
No, I didn't, I just asked for a
Oh,
motion.
you just asked for a
I asked
motion.
for a motion.
My
Yeah,
apology.
that's okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay, Tammy?
Yes.
Jeremy?
Yes.
Yes. I wrote it
is 84712. And 84712 says you can increase as you can file a writ of mandamus. Basically, it's the public right to have the judge to allow us to do what the public says. We have the right to do. 84712-7 is the recovery where he's asking for the reimbursed to the village's county for his fees and expenses because they violated 84712. That's what they've written for the summons. That's the only written for the summons.
How does it have you dog? There is no animal control.
For summons.
Well, that's how she's here. As of right now, there's no animal.
And that recipe went to the sheriff. So the sheriff has served
There never has been
the
animal.
owner of this house. It had to go from their county to Jefferson County, and then Jefferson County had to serve
That's probably why she didn't show up on the Saturday. The ones that had the one that closed it all up.
Yeah, but these towns are small. There's the barking dog. Oh, yeah. Well, that you gotta call.
Anyway, I was told that now there's dog missing.
There's no dog.
He doesn't heat it up.
Yeah.
If we had a dog catcher, it would be right here. There is no animal control.
And if it's,
Yeah, there's no animal control.
There's not gonna be.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm trying to tell her. There's Alright, it's okay. All you really need to do.
On me, I ain't catching those.
All you really need to do.
Can't run that fast.
All you really need to do is license the dog.
Good license, I got it.
Run that fast and
And
catch
that's
one
just $2
off
for
the dog.
stays, or, and then.
Or somebody look like that.
If there's any animal problems, you just call the police.
No, I'll fall.
Hi, Henny. How are you? I haven't seen you for a long time.
And if it's nothing about it,
I
what is
know.
an attorney firm handling?
I'm glad you let us do some.
you're more normal. And, okay, you guys be careful.
Bond. I did make, there didn't break. Cut that break. Oh, I know Tammy didn't show up tonight.
Yeah, that was not excused
Not
either.
Tammy,
Angela.
Angie didn't show up, but neither did Vicky. I was hoping she would.
Vicky.
After she drove by and flipped me off the other.
Oh.
Oh, did you see the one that came by just before we come up here? This is Silver, it's 22 County. Did they flip you off too? Oh, they did us. They was coming through, they were going like this out the sunroof.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, flipped us off. And then as soon as I looked at them, then they waved.
Actually, I'm dreaming on too, believe it or not.
But the town's never done it. No one's ever done it. There ain't no funny down at the fucking village. I love village. Go. We live with the village people. The biker, the Indian. I was biker and Indian on this too. And then the cowboys. Yeah, they can. I don't know. Do they have to come over and tell you? Oh, just do it. Now, I really can't. I'd be with it.
Well, I guess.
It's alright. Don't be surprised if you get contacted by the accountability.
Well, that stuff there by the street.
Will be in that ditch, the ditch down there. They may call you in red. Sure. They're investigating Marge on the
You better stand back. He's fixing to break out in a damn tap dance. Gee whiz. And what am I supposed to do?
And then you tell them what you saw. Yeah, they were supposed to. This was like Scott and Patty was hauling the food out of my dip.